The US government just forced one of the most advanced AI companies in the world to shut down access to its best models, for everyone outside America. This week, Anthropic complied with an export control order that cut off foreign nationals from their Fable 5 and Mythos 5 models. And then something strange happened. President Trump said he doesn't actually think Anthropic is a threat anymore. So what the hell is going on? Let's start with what actually happened. On June 19, 2026, Anthropic received a directive from the US government, an export control order requiring the company to block foreign nationals from accessing its most advanced AI models. Anthropic complied. They disabled access to Fable 5 and Mythos 5 for users outside the United States. Now, this wasn't a quiet regulatory adjustment. This was a company being told by its own government to kneecap its international business on national security grounds. The order reportedly targeted what regulators called advanced AI capabilities with potential military or intelligence applications. But here's where it gets interesting. Within days, President Trump told Axios that he no longer views Anthropic as a national security threat. He also declined to rule out using emergency powers against the company. So which is it? Is Anthropic a threat or not? The mixed signals are almost certainly deliberate. This is how you keep a company compliant while leaving yourself room to pivot. But it raises a fundamental question. When the government can flip its stance this quickly, how stable is the regulatory environment for AI companies operating internationally? This export control drama didn't happen in isolation. It came on the same week that President Trump signed a revised executive order on artificial intelligence and cybersecurity. This was a narrowed approach compared to an earlier proposal that reportedly contained much stricter requirements. The new order, titled Promoting Advanced Artificial Intelligence Innovation and Security, frames advanced AI capabilities as making the nation stronger while acknowledging new national security considerations. What's notable is the shift in tone. The earlier proposal apparently had more aggressive oversight mechanisms. The revised version is more calibrated. This tells me the administration is still figuring out its posture on AI regulation. They're not abandoning oversight, but they're being more selective about how and where they apply pressure. The White House is trying to thread a needle here, appear strong on AI security without choking the innovation pipeline. Whether they succeed is another question entirely. What we know is that the new order emphasizes coordinated action across executive departments and agencies, so this isn't a single agency approach, it's a whole-of-government posture. That matters because it suggests the compliance burden on AI companies is going to increase, even if any individual directive feels more narrowly targeted. Now, let's zoom out and think about the strategic picture. The US is essentially telling the world, our AI is too powerful to share freely, but we still want to lead in AI development. That's a tension that can't be resolved cleanly. Other countries are watching this very carefully. When the world's leading AI superpower starts restricting access to its best models, it accelerates two things. First, it motivates international investment in domestic AI capabilities, because why would any serious nation rely on American goodwill for critical technology? Second, it creates pressure on allies to either align with US restrictions or find alternatives. For Anthropic specifically, this is a nightmare scenario. They've built a global user base, they've established partnerships with international research institutions, and now they're caught between US regulatory demands and the expectation of global customers. Compliance isn't optional. The government has shown it's willing to use emergency powers. But every compliance action risks alienating international users and partners. This is the cost of being perceived as strategically important. It's a strange kind of success. You're so powerful that your own government treats you as a potential threat. Okay, let's balance the geopolitical heaviness with something genuinely positive. While the US was restricting AI exports, a French startup called Zenkolab was using AI to detect eye diseases at early stages. They analyze retinal images with machine learning systems that can spot conditions before symptoms become severe. This is the kind of application that AI was supposed to enable, not existential risk debates, but concrete improvements in people's lives. Medical AI has been advancing rapidly across multiple fronts: diagnostic imaging, drug discovery, personalized treatment plans. The Zenkolab example is representative of a broader trend, AI becoming a utility in healthcare rather than a theoretical possibility. What matters here is the dual-use problem that regulators keep struggling with. The same AI that can diagnose a disease can be used for surveillance. The same capabilities that make Fable 5 good at reasoning can make it concerning in the wrong hands. You can't easily separate the beneficial applications from the concerning ones because they're often the same system. This is why the export control debate is so hard. You're not just blocking bad actors, you're blocking the entire international ecosystem of medical research, collaborative science, and global health improvements. Here's my read on what's actually happening with US AI policy. The administration is operating with two conflicting impulses. First, they want American AI companies to dominate globally. That's a strategic imperative. Second, they're genuinely worried about advanced AI capabilities falling into the wrong hands or being used against US interests. These impulses are in permanent tension. The export control order on Anthropic reflects the security impulse. Trump's subsequent softening reflects the dominance impulse. The revised executive order reflects the attempt to find a middle path. What we're seeing is not a coherent strategy, it's an emergent policy that reacts to events while trying to maintain strategic direction. And honestly, that's probably the best we can expect right now. AI policy is genuinely hard. The technology is evolving faster than regulatory frameworks can adapt. The security implications are real but hard to quantify. And the international coordination required to actually address the concerns is nearly impossible given geopolitical competition. So we should expect more inconsistency, more mixed signals, and more companies caught in the crossfire between government priorities that don't always point in the same direction. So where does this leave us? The US government has demonstrated it has real power to restrict AI access globally, and it will use that power when it deems it necessary. But it's also shown that those restrictions can shift based on political calculations. For AI companies, the lesson is clear. Regulatory risk is now a first-class business concern, not a background issue. For the rest of the world, the lesson is equally clear. You can't rely on American AI being available when you need it. The race for domestic AI capabilities just got more urgent for every country watching this unfold. Whether that's good or bad for humanity's collective ability to benefit from AI, that's a question I don't think anyone has answered yet. But one thing is certain. The next few months will define the global AI landscape for years to come. Stay informed, stay skeptical of simple narratives, and remember that the most powerful technology in human history is being shaped by the same messy, contradictory politics that have always governed the world. This is The Future is Bright. I'll see you in the next one.